not bad, Ben.
Ben, what you got in there?
Salmon and rice.
Salmon.
Avocado lime dressing from
Why
Chick-fil-A.
salmon? People say it doesn't taste fishy. It tastes fishy to me.
It's $1 a bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is a high protein source.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it.
They say the oily fish is good for your brain, so you have that going for you.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Shaw.
Yep.
Has got me all set up with a coach.
RP strength.
Yeah.
Have you started it yet?
I'm emailing back and forth with the coach.
Elly was supposed to start it like, what, 5 years ago?
I can pull up my template. You want to start together?
I am starting
need accountability.
together.
I can't, because I didn't want to do the math. That's my thing is, whatever. Although I've been intermittent fasting for so many months now. Math is hard. Calculating, like every morning I used to eat like...
Once you get like the same 5 or 6 meals, it's not that bad.
Kind of get it. I'm actually
So
really excited.
it shouldn't be that bad.
Well, I need the creativity.
90 days, I'm going to do this diet thing right, and no alcohol. I haven't had any alcohol now in 3 weeks or so. I'm going to do it right through Christmas. So, yeah, I'm proud of you. Look at you. This is good.
Yeah.
Ben on camera. What are you doing? Oh,
Producer Ben on camera.
you're writing
It's on
notes.
my phone.
Oh, gotcha.
For a month now.
Right. Wait,
Which
what's that
is
thing over
also
there?
a non-adult thing to do.
At first,
You
yeah.
need to start with getting your phone back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
Well,
be
I
a
found it
secret,
today,
right?
so that's a good start.
It was lost?
I lost it for about 5 days.
But isn't it been cleared?
I have to send it to insurance, and they have to fix it and then send it back to me.
I plan to get a
Insurance
phone
is not
this
worth
week,
it.
by the way, if you want mine.
No, I have a phone. And it's going to cost $30 to fix it.
Okay.
It's just
How long has the iPhone been out and you were talking about day one, I'm going to have an iPhone 14 or whatever it is.
If you want to pat me on the back right now
you
for
talking about her?
not
Yeah.
following to prey to instant gratification, I have delayed gratification on this cell phone for over a year. My potato cracked phone.
Just
That
buy a
takes
new phone.
pictures
That's
that
not.
look like-
no. Then just buy a phone.
There's
Because
something
I
else
want
going
a
on
new
there
one.
because you don't have delayed gratification for anything else in your life except for that phone. Tell us the truth. What is going on with
Well,
that
I mean,
phone?
it might be the fact that I'm on my dad's account still too, so it would require me to
There.
go home and
No,
honestly,
it does not
but-
require you to go home.
but
you just
I-
have to get the login information.
Well,
I'm
but-
still on the same plan with my father. He can also make you a person
I
that is
am on the
whoever
password.
Yes.
My name is
Accountability on the
password.
account, yeah.
But here's what I'm concerned about.
I just got a new phone because mine stopped
did?
working. I don't have I bought the 11 because I don't care.
Great phone.
I don't
Yeah.
care. And
Mine's not
mine stopped working. The screen stopped working. So what you do is you go on the Verizon app. You go on your account. You order a phone. You don't even have to walk into Verizon. 2 days later, the phone shows
serious?
up. Yes.
But okay, this was my one
It's
concern.
not hard
is
whatsoever.
My dad's phone is a potato phone too, and I really want him to have the newest phone, and I'm afraid that I
Why
might
does
take
he?
the upgrade.
Why does he need the new? You don't get an upgrade anymore. For one, there's no such thing as upgrades. That's very 2002.
I hate that.
You have to pay for your phone now. You don't get upgrades.
Are you kidding me? 'Cause
You
that's
can.
really
You
what's
can
going
finance
on.
it.
Yes.
You can finance it on your monthly bill for 0% financing. You just
Okay.
add it to your bill, or you can pay up front. So what I did is I went in, paid off my phone, which I don't even know why I financed it in the first place. I paid off my phone, and I bought this new one. That's all you got to do. They then send you
Listen,
a new
this
phone.
is awesome.
If you want to, you can send the other phone back, and they'll give you like $250 for
The
it.
fact that there's no
Verizon's about to
upgrade.
sponsor this podcast.
I was getting ready to say, this episode's sponsored by
We love this
Verizon.
guy.
It was actually super easy.
I'm a little traumatized because
You don't even don't even have to go
I'm
to
trying right
Verizon
now.
anymore for them to switch. You download a Verizon app with your contacts, you update your phone or do the whole back up your phone. When you get your new
Wait, I
phone,
need the Verizon
there's
app.
a little
I have
like
the Verizon app right there.
there's a little thing that shows up on your phone. You take a pic or put it in the camera view, and then everything that was on that phone goes to this phone.
I have
So I just
questions.
have to
I
download
have
the
questions
app.
for you.
What's your question?
Because for 3 days now, I've been having issues with this phone. This is a new one, but it's not holding
It's
a
not
charge.
a new one because you only
Well,
have a two
It's not
camera
a
thing.
It's not a 11.
Oh, it's a 10.
The 10.
Okay.
But I've only had it maybe 6 months. It's not holding a charge anymore, and it's getting really hot.
Did you update
That
it?
I don't know.
Have you updated
God
it?
dang it! You knew everything else.
Technical, you should go to Verizon.
Okay.
Have you
God dang
updated
it.
do you have the new update on it?
I have updated
Because
everything.
I usually just slam it really hard on something.
Yes.
Not a hard surface. It's got to be a soft surface because then you crack it if it's a hard surface.
I don't know if I have insurance. You're telling me insurance sucks, but I don't know. I think I have. Like
Well,
Apple.
here's my
I did
problem
for a while.
is I went and filed my insurance claim online, and what they do is they make you turn off your location, but the screen wasn't working, so I had to do it from my computer. But what they do is they make you wipe your phone. They make you back it up, wipe it, and then you can send it in.
This story is mind-blowing.
I know. So here's what happened. So I wiped it, and then what they do is, or I'll let it time out. So like that's my fault. I let the screen time out.
So this was his fault.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I need to finish this claim. So I refreshed it.
Verizon.
And while I refreshed it, they made me restart the claim. So I restarted the claim, and they send you that confirmation code, to your phone.
Yeah.
But that's the problem because my phone has been wiped. So now I can't get a confirmation code. So now they're telling me to call this number. I'm like, well, that'd be really great if I could use my phone to call. And so, like, in Tabitha's phone, I can't call from her phone.
Such a Ben thing. What were we just talking about before this started?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so but Tabitha's phone, I was gonna call from it, so I called from it. But her screen doesn't work in the middle of the phone where you have to push the 2 to dial like the operator or whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah. So like that's
My
the problem.
whole-
So I have to like use somebody else's phone to like
For
finish getting
a
my
month
phone.
and a half, I would try to type on my phone, and it would, if I was trying to say touch, if I'm texting.
These are all Apple phones, by the
Yes,
way.
I was trying to touch E, it would push W and R.
Oh yeah.
And then I would push
Oh.
H, and it would type G and J. And I was like, son of a, maybe it's, maybe you like sometime you get hook grip thumb and your thumbs just don't work or they're wet or whatever. So I just constantly be like trying to dry off my phone. And then finally I updated it, and then it turns out apparently there was a problem with the update, and it was doing that to the older phones. I didn't know about that, so I
Right.
didn't really even need a newer phone.
Right.
I don't know. So I'm kind of upset, but and now I have this. I used my old case because it fits, and so you have the 3 cameras.
One
yours
hole
is
for
blocked.
2.
Now you
Yeah,
need
so I
that.
need to figure out which case it is, and so it's pointless to even have the 3rd camera,
It's supposed
which
to be
also blocks my flashlight, the one utility that I actually use on this phone.
So, question though, if you're getting a new phone, I've always struggled with this because I like all the cases and camera holders and things. Like the traditional size phone is like where you go to, right? But you can get a bigger phone, which as much screen time as we put on our phones, why would you not like? Even when we're streaming or doing it, like, why would you not want something bigger to look at and handle? Like, if I go and I get a new phone today, do I get the regular size
Get the
that I've always
regular
had?
size.
So,
but
I
you
feel
can't-
that way too. I don't want to go bigger, but I don't see why people don't.
Bigger's not always
The
better.
Plus was too big, and I found.
Well, you can't. Here's
you can't
the deal.
put it in
Here's
your
the deal.
pocket.
Here's the deal. Yep,
Yeah.
you can't put it in your pocket, and if you can reach
Yes,
thumb
that.
Yeah.
to upper
Yeah.
corner, that's
Then
what
you
you
can
need.
do one
Yeah.
hand.
For me personally.
Okay.
Let me show you
That's-
something that's changed my life. 1, 2, 3.
What?
What does that do?
Magnifier.
Mine doesn't do that.
Oh, you have to turn it on. Magnifier and flashlight.
1, 2.
Wow, that is really cool.
Nope.
Changed
it
my
doesn't-
life.
doesn't
How
do it
did
for
you
me, bro.
learn that?
There's lots of iPhone hacks people don't even know
What
about.
did you?
I found it. I saw
Is
it
it
on
on the
TikTok.
home screen? 1, 2. What are you looking?
But
I'm over here.
you're pressing volume side.
Yeah, the volume side.
Oh.
I found
Down
out.
or up?
Just push. I don't know. It's in the middle of the button. 1, 2, 3.
Nope,
Just,
that just turns up my volume.
just.
If
I
you
think
push.
you have to turn it on in your settings.
No, but that's not your volume side. That's your other side.
This is the volume
Oh, you
side.
have to turn it on in settings.
I think you have to settings.
Volume's on this side, bro. That's your just home
What
button.
whatever that button is over there. I don't know what the hell this button is.
1, 2, 3.
If you
Mine
hit
goes
it,
to Apple Pay.
if you hit it like 5 times, it calls 911.
Oh, don't do that.
I did
Uh-oh.
that 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and for my
Okay.
phone couldn't work. I couldn't hang up the
So you
call.
just held it?
Yeah, so I just waited for him to answer, and they said 911, what's your emergency? I was
Well,
like, I'm
so
sorry,
mine-
I can't.
My old phone, like when you go to and turn it off, I would try to slide and it wouldn't power off because this part of my screen wouldn't work, and so I couldn't even turn my phone because I was like, oh, I'll just do a hard reset. Nah,
Yeah.
dude.
Nah.
And what was cool about the old phones is you could hold the home button down and the power button, and that would turn off your phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember.
but they don't have a home button
Oh,
now,
no,
so
that
I
still
do that.
works on my phone.
Yeah.
I
yeah, 'cause you
also
still have home
just bought the
button.
new Apple Watch, and then this week decided I'm going to stop wearing my Apple Watch for a little while.
How come?
Okay, let's
It's
talk
adding
about that.
stress to my life.
It,
Just don't need
it
it.
is like
gonna still you wear your
Fitness
like,
rings, I'm wearing the Whoop. I just want to see
Okay.
recovery wise, but
Okay.
the rings add way too much stress, especially to this time of year,
Yeah.
to my life.
Can you not adjust them?
Yeah, but I feel like no. Not
I
doing it.
completely agree with you on that
I'm
because
done.
I feel like I'm living my life now according to my rings, and that's not healthy.
Why are
at
you
all.
not in our Whoop thing
Because
anymore?
I think my charger is at Ellie's house.
Oh, okay.
think so.
for you. How do
Yeah.
I get into your Whoop thing? By the way, I don't
Oh,
understand that.
Rich has to add you.
Not doing it.
Why? That's so mean. You know we actually are in an old group.
Yeah, deleted that one too.
That is so mean.
Sorry, it's dudes only.
You can't delete
Oh, I
our
saw I brought
old
it up.
team.
Boys rule,
You're not the boss
girls
of it.
drool.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Of this one? Yes.
It's
It's just
called-
me, Ben, and Jim.
It's called Real Mayhem.
It's called The Real Mayhem.
The Real Mayhem.
It's just me, Jim, and Ben. That's it. It's only dudes.
You guys suck.
There is a
Whatever.
mayhem
And Ben's
athlete.
not even on it. Yeah, there's a Mayhem athlete one.
There's a
but
mayhem
somebody
athlete
has to
one.
add you.
There's a lot of people.
You can
on there.
ask them to add you. I think it's Ken.
It's
that
actually
has to
good
add.
incentive for me.
You know what?
Really?
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna be
because
my
I look
own
at it, I'm like,
person.
all right, I get something done.
I miss
Yeah.
it.
You can. I think Haley's about to get one, so you can be with Haley, but no dudes. Only dudes in ours.
Okay, whatever.
I think I finally
Is
learned
yours
how to.
like white on the?
It came with a free thing, but I didn't want the gray thing that came with it. I just wanted the white.
Oh,
piece.
that's cool.
But there's actually
What's
an
a-
iridescent one that's way more like my personality that I.
What's a
really
free
wanted.
thing?
I really wish.
This came with the free.
Where
thing.
you get the. Since
the
she's
thing?
one of the founding members or whatever, you
Yeah.
get the actual
That's pretty cool.
I did.
thing for free, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you pay for programming.
I honestly, I just wish it was like a injectable into my arm.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
would
the
put
fact
that.
that
I'd
you
I
do
would do that.
Yeah.
If you could inject a whoop or whatever tracker
Yeah,
into
the-
your arm,
The
They
mark
might
of
do
whoop.
that for you.
I would do it.
Said the mark of the beast.
I
It's
just
the
don't
mark
want to
of
wear
whoop.
it. I just don't want to
It's-
wear it. You know.
Right.
It's a
I
lot
get
of-
it.
One step closer to Neuralink technology.
It's,
Don't care.
This
They
is
put-
the reason why I
It's
didn't
not
want.
Don't care.
It's not good. Have you seen the one?
watch.
Sorry, go ahead.
I got nothing to hide. I don't like. Who cares if somebody can track my whereabouts?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to give that up.
Have you seen the 100? The TV show.
How far
Have you?
in are you now?
No.
Ben's been all in on
Season
this new-
5. It's
The
so
100.
good. It's
Are we talking
basically like
conspiracy now?
it's 100 years. No,
Ben Spiracy.
It's 100 years
his
into
new
the future.
show.
Dude, it's crazy. You'd like it. But they
do like
at
sci-fi
one
stuff.
point they all get like this AI thing, and in the AI, it's like a
AI
person
is
you can
real.
s- Yeah.
AI is real. I don't want any part of AI.
How do you? What do you mean?
That's Terminator. Terminator will happen. Mark my words. If we go down that road,
I need to pull this clip.
not like Terminator, not like Terminator 3, 4, or 5, but Terminator 1 and 2 will happen.
What's crazy though
They
is that
lost me
there's a girl in this AI, and if you have the AI, of course you can see her and she can talk to you, and like that can totally happen. I
Like
think like
Siri?
right now. But like if
What do
we
you
all
mean?
had it, we could all see her. You know what I mean?
Siri?
like a
Yeah, kind of
hologram?
like Siri. Yeah, exactly.
But
It's
were
crazy.
we thinking that it was real?
No, I mean like
We
you would
would
know
be
she's a
aware that it's
hologram, but like
not.
she can talk to you and like you know, like she's there and you can communicate with her. It's but it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
I don't
You should
wanna
really,
give
it's
up-
on Netflix.
I don't want to give up the power to choose. The coolest thing
Yeah.
about being a human being is that we're free
Yep.
and we have the power to choose.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody doing that for me. I want to be disciplined.
Did you
and-
watch? Did you watch the second debate?
I did.
No.
I
I
I
loved
didn't
it.
watch it. I heard it was
Oh,
better.
you didn't watch it?
I heard
This-
parts of it.
I heard it was better.
Yeah.
I heard the first one was terrible, and I didn't see the first one. And this one was very.
Oh, the first one
It was
was
very
awesome.
much a conversation. It wasn't like.
Well, because they forcefully cut off their microphones.
Yeah, they
Oh,
At
yeah,
every-
yeah.
at the end of
It's
every
good
2
job.
minutes. Yeah.
Right.
good job.
They also like
Well played.
weren't like name calling. They weren't saying like you moron or not like they're kind of whatever. Anyway, they actually discussed some issues.
Yeah.
Which
The first one was
better.
awesome. I laughed
They
the
were
whole
more
time. I
presidential.
thought it was great. It was like watching good comedy.
Yeah. I didn't watch the second one. I heard it
Yeah,
was
you're-
good. I heard it was at least more of a debate than a
It's more presidential. And they
Yeah,
actually
not
not
talked
of a
about
not
topics.
a soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I liked it.
Well, it'll all be over in a week, so that's good.
That'll be
I'm
good.
just over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
At this
It's-
point.
the voting is what, November 3rd?
It's this first Tuesday of November, whatever.
I don't
it
want
is.
to pay 70 cents a round for 223 anymore, which is crazy. 70 cents.
It always goes up right before the election.
Right, every time you
because-
pull the trigger.
yeah.
Is that ammo?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's always depends on the election. If Trump wins, it'll go down. If Biden wins, it's going up.
Oh, yeah,
Just so
it's
you know.
going up.
And he says he's going to shut down the country again, right? If Joe
I
Biden.
think so.
Yeah, for
But what's the
COVID.
whole deal about because of the mail-in ballots and everything going on that it's going to take months?
My
and
deal
months
with
to
shutting
figure it
down
out?
the country is it didn't. Europe is like this virus is what this is. Like you can't just keep shutting stuff down because it's
Yeah.
not like
We can no longer do that. It's not sustainable when it comes to our economy. Can't do that.
Well, that was kind of what he was talking about in the debate. Actually, was part of like we can't continue to shut down America because of exactly what you said.
One of the battleground states is Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania's governor just said that all the ballots don't have to be in on.
which is crazy to me.
It's crazy. So they don't. If they're, it used to be they had to be postmarked by a certain day so that on
Right.
election night they had the results. And
Yeah.
now he's saying that they don't have to be postmarked and they're still going to count like
I
4
wonder
or
what-
5 days.
I wonder if that's constitutional.
Well,
feel like
it's
it
going to be tested now in court
I was about
probably.
to say,
I don't know how that's going to go, but yeah, the whole thing is going to be wacky now.
Yeah.
So it could end up being, we might not know who's the president for days and days after that, and there's going to be a lot of issues with all that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Can I tell you something I made last night that was really good? That was like totally weird. So I made chili. I make chili a lot. Going? I know. I was thinking about food.
Election?
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to keep talking about politics, we can. Otherwise, I'm going to talk to you about.
Did you before we switch gears? Did you watch any of the thing with Amy Coney Barrett?
No.
Where they were asking her all those questions and drilling her in the Senate, I think it was. Senate or House. And she's like, they're asking her all these questions and she's answering questions. Yeah. And then they're like, well, what notes are you looking at? And she holds up a blank piece of paper, basically.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty impressive.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
No notes.
Yeah.
You know what? That's
another.
Here's the thing. I don't want politicians. How do I say this? I want people who haven't been in government forever running my country now. That's the thing. Out of all of this, basically, I want new people in there who are just regular people, not lifelong politicians.
What's your thought process? Just
because
curious.
they're not in the system. They're not. They think about things differently. They're using real world practical application, not like political thought process, right or left. We need to get rid of the people who have been there forever and do.
Yeah,
oh wow!
They were like, "What's on your notepad? What are you looking at?"
Oh, that's
and she's
cool.
like, "They're like, well, what does it say there to stop at the top? It says United States Senate."
Oh wow!
It was pretty impressive.
Man, that's
awesome.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you're just basically saying fresh perspective is what you're looking for.
Just like in Texas, they don't have the politicians in Texas. They're not like career politicians. Mm-hmm. They don't even have session all the time. I don't know what the details are, but they're like part-time senators and Congress people. They don't even do it all the time, They show up, they do their session, they all go home to their other jobs, There's just so much. The system is rigged now, and there's so much
there's
politics
just
inside of it all.
There's lifelong politicians, and that's how they make their money. And so,
I guess I misunderstand I think I'm thinking too hard about the word politician and what it means, because I think I'm like paralleling it literally to like athletics and like being the best in the world at something. Like I think there's something to the experience of the surrounding of people who are exceptional at something or in something. But
I don't agree with that at all. Not when it comes to politics. It's not supposed to be that hard.
But that's what I'm asking, because I'm just trying to understand like
You can't stand in front of me as a politician and tell me you've been there for 49 years and you're jabbering about all the things that you're going to say you're going to get done and never have got any of that done in 49 freaking years. I'm not down, or whatever that is. I'm not down,
it's a long
time.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I don't want to be too political, but
like Joe Biden's been in office for 47 years.
Whatever it is, man.
That,
you can't. You got to get some things done in 47 years
and
be able to prove
within
it
the community, interacting with people living.
Yeah, I guess we should say a politician that. Oh, you could be a career politician if you get things done.
Yeah,
but
it's also weird to me that people go into politics with nothing and they end up with millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah,
that's weird to me. And their salary is $100 and whatever it is $1,000 a year. How does that work?
How does that happen?
Yeah.
How's everybody multimillionaires and why and influence and that's weird to me.
And I think it's really interesting too, because I think it also depends on like position and things like that. Because like from what you're saying, like that makes total sense. I completely understand what you're saying. And like there are like certain like lobbyists and things like that are just like the most. I completely understand that. I think I just was like generalizing in my mind, like.
Right. What are you laughing for, man? That was good. Whatever. Say it.
Well, in the debate, Trump was like, Joe, I think you should tell the American people how you got $3.1 million from China or something like that. Right. So that just kind of made me think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think on both sides of the aisle, there's lots of there's everybody's guilt and there's a lot of people.
Sure.
That's what I'm not being articulate, but the system is being used instead of what's best for the people and what it's meant for. It's being used in many kinds of ways.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, completely off subject to change it from politics, just so we don't go down that rabbit hole too much. Ben, I'm looking at this Haley shirt, and it has a smiley face and X's. Does that mean you have Haley's logo on your ass?
That is exactly what that means, actually.
What?
Dre
bought a tattoo on my butt. Thanks, Rich.
What?
Dre bought a tattoo gun, and Ben let him test the tattoo gun. This was months ago.
What do you mean?
This was
like a real tattoo?
Yeah, actually, this was a year ago.
Tattoo gun? What is
He
he
bought it on
tattooing?
Amazon.
Yeah.
He bit Ben's finger.
Yeah, he tattooed my wedding ring on there for me.
And then
many
he
questions. 3
also
cups of coffee.
has that
Literally,
tattooed on
I literally
his
have the
ass.
exact same thing tattooed. It's not totally on my. It's like
I got
high
questions.
thigh.
Okay.
And then Dre
Doesn't that
has
mean Post Malone or
Dre
something?
tattooed like his finger, right?
Yeah,
I was thinking it was Nirvana, right?
his finger said.
Oh.
It says, "I want you to grow old with me," maybe, or "grow old with me." That's what it is. Yeah.
so he said, "I want you to grow old with me," and then tattooed your ass.
No.
What?
So
I'm confused.
So this is tattooed right here.
Okay.
On my, like as a test because I wanted him to tattoo my wedding ring on for me because
Oh, okay.
I lose
So it's
stuff
on
all
your
the time.
thigh.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel
It's,
better.
it's high thigh, like low butt cheek.
Okay.
Um,
God
but-
dang, why don't you just, man.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Hillary Froning right there.
The boss.
And then a few months later, Dre tattooed right here, "Grow old with me," for
On
his
his
wedding
finger?
ring. Yeah.
Oh, for his wedding.
Yeah.
On his left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why is this on Haley's shirt though? Then, if that's what's on you,
Because apparently, I guess this is on Post Malone's face.
Yeah, it's something to do with
Oh,
them.
Yeah.
and she loves
Yeah.
Post.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel
But
better
yeah,
about all this.
I
now.
feel cool,
Yeah.
kind of, because like I've got this like on me, and now I'm
Right.
like wearing it. I almost feel like it's my logo,
Right,
Like,
I
I feel
like
like this
it.
is me. But
I was just gonna say, did anybody ask Haley before we stuck it on her shirt?
Well, oh no, she wanted that.
I'll show you after the
Dre's
podcast.
Okay.
Amazing at like coming up with like Tage's is
He's really
so
good at that.
Haley,
Yeah.
like hers
Yeah.
is awesome. So I mean, he did like I feel like he nailed it.
It's very talented.
Yeah.
I feel
'Cause it's,
better
it's
now
like
that-
your personality without them like having. It's like he comes up with it and then brings it to them.
Yeah.
You know, not like based on the things he knows about them. It's not even like they sit down and have like
Yeah.
this crazy session, which I think is pretty cool.
Now that this has been explained, I feel better about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Wow.
Hales.
I'm glad he brought light to that.
Do you have any more tattoos?
That's it. Dre, I think I mentioned to him of like trying to cover that up with something else.
Well, now that you know the significance, you're kind of rad.
I know
right?
it's
It
kind of
gives you
cool,
street cred.
and like it's a good memory because actually I went to his house like in between classes with my newborn child, and she started crying, and he was tattooing like my butts out and like trying to rock her, and we're watching Netflix. It was just
Can you
it was
explain to me
interesting.
what that machine actually looks like? Because it's needle. Like, what does
I've
it
never
look
seen like a real tattoo gun. Like I've never actually been to a tattoo shop and
I'm
seen
sure
one.
Silver could tell
yeah,
us.
I can tell you.
But it's like, I mean, obviously it has like a little needle at the end. Actually, it was a big needle, and this hurt really, really bad. Like this, like literally tears came out of my eye, like
Yeah.
when he did this.
It
But,
kind of looks like a pen, like this.
Exactly. It's like that. It's like
Yeah.
that thickness.
But with a
Yeah.
needle.
Yeah, with a needle on it,
Wow.
and this, and the one that the guy that used here, actually, he built like a power pack on his, and so instead of needing a foot pedal to turn it on,
It's got
and
like a
off,
motor,
it
right?
had like a little motor on it. Yeah, and
That's
then
exactly what Dre's
just
is.
draw with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Dre was really sanitary with it. He like wiped the area down with alcohol wipe.
Well, as
and
long as he was sanitary.
he loaded it with ink,
No.
and he wore gloves and.
I really
Right,
think
right,
that
right.
I think that you do not cover that up. I think that that's pretty epic
should
at this
keep it?
point. I think for sure.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Get like a?
Well, me and Dre
I was
talked
gonna
about like
make- I was
covering
gonna
it
say
up with
something,
something.
but I don't want to.
I don't even know
offend
what I would
anybody.
put there.
I think
but
you should put a dragon on there.
a dragon.
Yeah.
I think you should get Jim's tattoo on your whole leg.
I do like that.
On your
Yeah.
whole
that
leg.
thing is pretty.
Yeah.
I would
I'm
like
all
to get
about
a-
tattoos now.
I would like to get like a tattoo, but I feel like it's like something has to.
Would
it has
you
to
get
mean
a
something to
sleeve,
you,
Ben?
right? No, I don't. I couldn't do that.
It doesn't have to mean anything to you. If you want a tattoo, get a tattoo.
I don't
but-
want to just
I'm
like
telling you-
tattoo like a random rose on my arm. Like,
Yeah, that's true. No,
I
I
feel
agree.
like people who get that, like, I feel like it means something to them. You know. I thought like I think it looks cool. Like if that was on me, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that so I learned something from the tattoo artist. I don't know if I said it on here before, but he
Who cares? Say it again.
he basically I went in there and I told him about this whole thing, and he just kind of listened to my story, and he basically just said, you should let me make this thing cool. I really don't care about the significance. Is basically what he was saying.
But you had your like basic ideas that you wanted and what it means, but he was like,
The point that he made was it needs to be, if it's significant, that's cool, but it needs to look awesome.
too. Yes, it,
It
can't
needs to
just be
be-
like a bunch of crap.
Right.
Even though it's significant, but it needs to look cool.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you have a real artist at your disposal.
Yeah.
Like the artwork
Yeah.
on your arm is actually incredible art. There are a lot of people that like it's significant and you can tell like that's just significant for some reason.
This is what he was saying. He was saying, and this is how he said it. I probably shouldn't swear. He said basically, I see lots of people with really bleep tattoos that are very significant, but they look crappy.
Yeah.
He's like, so do both.
on your body,
have it
yeah.
have it be
Oh,
very
okay, I see what you
significant, but
mean.
have it look amazing. So when somebody looks at it, they don't know the significance. So they look at your tattoo and go, that's a really cool tattoo.
Why?
And then it represents something that's significant. And I went into the whole thing thinking that it only should be significant.
I was on the text thread, and Jim was like, I think you should do this and that. And he goes, no.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like, I get what you're saying, but no. He's like, I want it to look cool, and it won't look cool if you do that, basically.
100%.
Is what he said. And I was just like, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Honestly, some of his wisdom really was life-changing for me in some ways.
I told him all these things that I wanted on it and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I think we should either go one way or go completely the other way. He's like, I don't think we should mix the two themes. I still have mine. And then I was even, when I was trying.
Are you any closer to that or not really?
No, I'm going to do it eventually. Like, that's where we're at.
It's gonna
I just
happen.
didn't know if you had made any leaps and bounds in the last month or so.
No. I've kind of shelved it, I guess.
Okay.
Shelved it. I've made up my mind by the time, or at my 35th birthday, I'm going to get it regardless. Yeah. Anyway, so she has a year and a half to decide that, yes, she's going to let me do it, or I'm going to do it. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going. Oh, but I was like, because even Hillary she does, mine, the one I have is very Christ-centered. It looks awesome. But it tells a story, and it means a lot to me. Yeah. And so even she was like, for lack of better terms, she says, you have too much Jesus on you already. I personally, that's what I want. It's a tattoo I really like. Yeah. But for a while, she was like, just do something completely different. Do something completely different.
Right.
And I thought about it, and one day I was like, maybe I'll have him draw something else. I was like, no, I don't want anything else. Like, this tattoo means something to me, and it looks cool.
Yeah.
That's and really I don't want anything else.
Which one is this?
It's the sleeve of.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You've seen it.
You showed it to me once. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
really cool.
I just
shout out at Hell Driver 1973.
Yeah.
At Hell Driver 1973. Big Ed. I think it was really profound for me actually, because my brain goes to wanting everything to be significant all of the time, and I forget about, hey man,
gotta look cool too.
Let's have some fun, relax, and then it can be cool too. It can look cool too. Yeah. And that was really cool for me because I was way over on the side of,
no, it's got to be.
Yeah. We got to think this thing through. It's got to. Yeah. And then so for me to trust and literally just
stick your arm there,
do your thing, dude. Like make it work was a really freaking big deal.
Yeah. Well, based on his track record, at least you had that in your I feel like seeing someone's art, if he has the concept, at least you're gonna have something beautiful more or less on your arm.
Yeah. So I think you keep it, man. I think you just leave it.
I'll leave it.
Yeah. And then do something
I
else.
wouldn't call Dre's beautiful art though.
But at least it's significant and you can cover it up.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's
it
a memory.
could be significant and then it has meaning and then it is I wouldn't just go
I will get my finger fixed at some point. Because
what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it?
That
it's crooked.
Simple and to the point.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It's crooked.
Oh, it is a little crooked.
Yeah. Well, that's where he started with the line, and he couldn't believe how straight he was going, and he freaked out and pulled away, and then he went back in to finish it, and it was
Did he
off.
freestyle that?
Yeah. Why wouldn't?
I feel
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
What the heck, man?
I mean, but to freestyle, I feel like that's not bad.
No, you could never tell that it's crooked.
It was supposed to have that little hitch in it for some reason. I don't know.
Because your marriage has a little hit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very
I
symbolic.
will say, you should probably be in first place in Dre's best friends if he tattooed something on you.
Nah, Dre hates me.
As a non-tattoo artist.
I just watched some movie where the dude wanted to be a tattoo artist and he practiced on all his friends.
Who were the friends that let you do that?
They had he had really crappy tattoos on all his friends.
I would never.
Yeah.
It takes a special person, You gotta be a little bit of an idiot, but a risk taker.
A little bit of an idiot?
There you go.
Would you'd let Dre tattoo you somewhere, probably?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No.
Well, even if it was he stenciled it out first, you wouldn't let him do it?
Not in anywhere. No. I don't think so. No.
I don't think it's going
I
to
think
work
you
out.
would. About 10 years ago.
Permanent.
10
Probably
years ago?
not. No.
Really?
Not if he's never done it before.
It's
No,
forever.
man, no.
Kinda.
Yeah.
How hard is it to get tattoos removed?
So hard. I've seen it
Really?
happen. I've been in the
I've heard
room.
it's super painful too.
Oh,
right?
shoot. I mean,
they're taking off a layer or two of skin, right?
My buddy's got full sleeves from military days, and he's about right to here now. It's taken off, and I was in there when they were doing it, and that thing is snapping your skin zap, zap, zap. It goes in and it blows up the ink, explodes the ink, and the ink comes out of your skin. Wow. And I mean, he's a tough dude, and he's just
they don't put you out for that.
Might be a dumb question, but could you not just get skin color tattoo over it?
You can. I don't think you can do skin color. I've seen people tattoo over tattoos, but one of the tattoo artists where I was at, literally, he's black. He's like this color ink. He's just blacked everything out, like
just completely black.
No, it's just black because he's like, that sucks and I can't fix it, and so we just black over it. Like, okay.
Not to be like a super hippie, but there's no chemicals in the ink. Like, it doesn't have any adverse effects on your immune system.
Oh, it does.
Because I mean, you had the sickness thing, but was that like, how does your body handle? Like, how does it?
It tries to get rid of it.
Okay?
Yeah, I think it tries to get rid of it. I think you're exactly right. You're talking about if you're removing it?
No, I mean, like, if you were putting this chemical substance into your deep layer of skin.
Like, I literally.
How is that, like, how does your body, how does that not give you some kind of something?
I think that's why I got sick, because there was so much ink being put into my skin and my body was trying to process it at one time that's why I was sick. The tattoo flu.
That's wild. Mm-hmm. Is it true you can't sweat where a tattoo is?
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, if that's not true, Rich would have like weird non-sweat
What was it?
He said, is it true you don't
I'd heard
sweat
somewhere
when
that like you don't sweat where there's a tattoo.
I don't think that's
my arm gets really sweaty at this point.
okay.
So
I just like knowing, like, I've just been listening to this one doctor so much lately about all this, like your gut and everything like that. And like, it's like, we don't often consider, like, I've talked to you guys about like shampoos and body wash and stuff, like, you know, it's like you put like magnesium on your body to feel better, topical lotions, or like men and women do like estrogen and all that sort of stuff. Like, it is absorbed through your skin and it goes to your body, and it is, your body gets that. So in my mind, I'm just thinking, how is it not? Obviously it's recognized, like you're saying, but I just didn't know if it had any long-term effects on your.
Probably goes all the way to your kidneys and liver, and your body probably filters it, and you probably crap it out or piss it out.
for sure.
That makes sense.
For sure, that's what that process felt like to me, and like getting up the next morning, all that's not to be too graphic, but hey, listen, I told you guys about what I want when I die, right? I told you that when I die, I'm supposed to die before you, right? And we've been through all this.
The motorcycle.
That's the last day.
If I'm sick, that's how I'm going out. But otherwise, I want to be cremated. But I've decided now, I want my arm cut off.
Oh my gosh.
Stuffed?
Yes, stuffed. Yes, taxidermy.
No.
And instead of just the picture of
I
me,
have never heard of that.
yes,
Like Terminator?
no,
Like Terminator 2, you know how they have the hand that sits in the glass case?
or a Christmas story, like the leg.
The leg? You want to make a lamp out of your arm?
No, I just want it cut off.
Okay, that's like, I've never heard anyone say that.
Run a
metal
rod up through it, and have that sitting on the table next to my picture, and then everybody drink whiskey.
Okay.
That's how I want to go out.
What are we going to do with
cool.
the arm after the funeral?
What are we gonna do with the arm?
Yeah, who gets it? Like, where does
Make
it
sure
go?
you get a good pump before you die. Jacked.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like some bench and pull up.
Kind of swell the dragon's face a little.
Okay.
Like this?
Has anybody done it before? You looked it up?
No, I just thought it would be a great idea.
Actually, a pretty unique.
Yeah.
I don't know that I don't necessarily want the arm to be
You could
burned.
do this before where Arnold cuts his arm, the skin off, where he's like proving to him that it's like he just.
You can take the arm down and leave it in the man cave at your place.
All right.
You want his arm in your man cave?
Actually, no. Actually, hang it from the ceiling in the barn.
We should probably give it back to Ed, huh?
Yeah.
See if Ed wants to just hang it in the tattoo
They'll
parlor.
be like, hey, is that a real arm?
Is it a tattoo parlor or is that what they call it?
Or take it outside, shoot bows and arrows at it.
No.
Ooh,
Oh
that'd
my
be sick.
gosh. I
Pull
don't
it
think you can. Oh, okay. Isn't there like
Yeah,
a
you can
way
actually.
like,
I think you can buy this Terminator pedestal thing.
That is cool.
Maybe my daughters will want it. The arm, they can put it in their home.
I'm just getting a little freaked out. Like, when you stuff a fish, like your prized fish, it's not actually fish. It's like glass, right? Like, you're not like, are we like preserving your arm for real?
I want it preserved.
Yeah, you
I
can
want
put it
it.
in like epoxy.
Hey, we can make it into a coffee mug like this. Your hand is reaching around, but it doesn't have the tattoo on it. But you just grab.
Yeah, it would have to be like
yeah.
like that.
That's
would be
like one of
cool.
the more creepy things I've heard.
It would need to be
you know?
capped though, because you don't want to see like the bone and stuff.
No, I don't know how they do that with
I
I
taxidermy.
like how we're
but I
laughing
feel-
about each other's death.
Wow.
Well, I think when you're at where I'm at in life, that's what you do. You laugh at it.
Yeah.
When you're close to it,
Close.
Yeah, you're not close.
We could all be close. You never know.
No.
yeah.
It's death.
At church, my preacher said that if you're scared to die, it means you're not ready to die.
I agree with that. You're not prepared to die. Yeah, I like that.
I'd rather not die
Me
right
too.
now. You know, my kids are pretty young. Really, just for them.
That's good. They need you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be a big deal.
yeah. That's the only reason.
Yeah. I don't know. We need to be all right with that for the reals. We joke and laugh with it, but you got to be all right with it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Father Time's undefeated.
Reminds me, I probably should get some life insurance.
You
still
definitely.
have
definitely
it.
need
You
life
have a
insurance.
child. You
Didn't
need
we-
life
didn't
insurance.
I'm gonna do it.
Wasn't there a rant where I told you needed life insurance?
You should
Yep.
put this in your little book.
It's
you
gonna
know.
be
Talk to Brian
I have a
this
really
week
good
about
rate.
life insurance.
okay. I'll Brian.
One of the most reassuring things in my entire life was knowing that I had that life insurance
Yeah,
from
for
my kids.
sure.
And I've added to it over
Yeah.
time. And it's really cool to go like,
I'm
wow, if
worth
I'm done,
more dead
For
than
sure.
I am alive. I'm pretty
if
sure.
I'm not here financially,
I
they're
don't know if
going
that's
to.
100%.
Which makes me mad though is like they raise it every couple years, right? Like from when I talked to
Because
the
you're
guy
getting
about it.
closer to death, man.
Yeah. But like by the time like you're ready to kick it, like you're paying like $100+ a month, right?
No,
No?
no.
It is kind of
The policy
incredible
I
There's
have
different
is-
kinds of life insurance.
Right.
There's like term.
They have like
there's
high risk too, right?
high risk.
Yeah.
You have all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
But it's like even seeing like my grandparents, like when they died and stuff, like they all still had life insurance, and that actually like they really do pay you. Like it just kind of blows my mind. Like I see in tragedy, like, but I just don't understand how they do that with the elderly population because my granddad was 93, my grandma was 90. You know,
Why
like
you pay for it?
it's nuts.
So-
yeah.
So like whenever you die, like your life insurance policy, like whatever it is, like that money goes to Hillary. That's how that works, right?
Whoever, the,
100%.
whoever
Yeah.
the beneficiary is.
Do they? So like the debts you have, they take it out of that money. Is that how that works?
They use it whatever they want for it.
But if you have debt, that's what. I mean,
I mean, that's probably what you would.
like the
your-
insurance
that's-
company doesn't hold it until your debts are took care of, right? They just send it to you.
Yeah.
And then your debts have to be taken care of from
Unless
whoever.
you're like back behind on stuff, then maybe they might do.
I don't
that.
know what
I
that.
don't think that the insurance
No.
money is the first source. That's in your estate. That's not the first.
No.
I'll ask my dad.
So
but
life
it's not
insurance,
The, first one.
the life insurance that I have from my daughters has nothing to do with my debt.
Okay.
It's,
It
goes
it's a
straight to
policy
them.
that goes straight to them
Yeah.
when I die. As long as I don't commit suicide,
Yep.
they get it.
Yeah, because then you don't get the policy, right?
right.
Same thing if there's not a body found for at least 7 years. I think in 7 years you
No,
get
I don't know
There's
about
probably
that.
a statute of limitations different. You know.
Well, I just remember watching I Almost Got Away With It, the people who like faked their death, and one guy did it for the insurance money, but they didn't get it for at least 7 years because there was no body. I remember that. And then his wife got it and had remarried, and he was screwed.
We watched Castaway the other day. Such a good movie.
That
I
is
haven't
such
watched
a
that
good
one yet
movie.
either. I
But
gotta
he's
do that.
talking to him at the end, and he's like, "Yeah, we had a funeral," and he's like, "You had a funeral? What'd you put in the casket?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Wow, a lot of people put letters." He's like, "I put some Elvis CDs, your watch, whatever."
Isn't that funny how
That is
you
a
get
good
there in that
movie.
spot and then you're kind of reaching for
Yeah,
what's meaningful? That's why
I
just
don't.
want my arm up
I,
there.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about it on this podcast, but I don't want to be buried. I want to be cremated.
Yeah.
Why would they do your biggest fear to you?
I know,
what
exactly.
What if you aren't really dead and you wake up and then you're like, you son of a gun?
Exactly.
Dave,
Oh, it's Dave.
best man
Best
hug on the planet.
hugger on the
1,000% agree. Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
planet.
Interesting. I don't know how we got started talking about arm.
Death.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you're the only person in history to ever bring up taxidermy of your own body.
Yeah.
I'm sure probably not.
No,
I'm sure
somebody
other
else
people
has
have
done
talked
it.
about
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
I've heard of people doing that with like their animals.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
That doesn't really
That's-
make sense.
no.
I mean, I'm not saying
Let
I
him
would
go.
do it, but I
That's a
can
little
imagine
creepy.
someone
Just
would.
let him go. I mean, Gilligan
Of course,
is
but people are.
my
that's a
favorite
good
dog ever, but
He's so sweet.
he needs to rest. When he dies.
Oh yeah. Of
I don't want to
course.
think about it, but he needs,
Yeah.
You know how much I love animals, and that dog is right at the top.
that dog is
Is maybe one of
He's
the
he's
best
man's
dogs
best friend,
to
Yeah.
walk the face of the planet. That's
and
a good
he
dog.
just knows personal cue, like social cues, and he's like, "All right, you don't want to pet me anymore. I'm gonna go away."
I
That's
showed
the
up.
coolest thing is his like social awareness. It's better than most
good dog.
humans.
Yeah.
You give him like 3 pets, he looks up at you and he walks away, and you're like, "What? Why do humans not react like that? Why can't they
He's
read
the
my
best.
Except for
Now
when
I-
you were doing that. You said 20 rep back squat, and he laid down behind you.
No, maybe he was. Maybe
What
that was.
did you
Yeah,
do on
he
a
knew.
20 rep
He
back
knew you
squat?
didn't
He
even
used
drop
to do the
it.
20 rep back squat where
What is
you
that?
start at 50%, and every time you do it 2 times a week, you add 5 pounds. And I was up to like, I want to say 375, 365 range, and it was like I was at failure. And Gilligan just walked up,
What?
laid right behind me to where I had to finish.
He's like, yep.
Yep.
See,
Put
he's
it
I
a
on.
remember it
genius.
was at my old house. I remember it was like it was yesterday. We had those
Dad, I
like
believe in
yoke
you.
racks that we would use to squat from.
Oh my gosh.
And I was in the middle of the garage staring out the back windows, and I was at like 16, and I'm not gonna make this. And he just walks up, lays right behind me, and I was like, okay, I gotta make this.
Make it.
He knew.
And sure enough.
And I made it, and never did it again.
What weight did you start at before you got to 375?
I think you start at like 55% or 50%,
for you?
whatever
I'm just
half of,
imagining
at the
how many
time,
jumps you
whatever
did.
the half of 475 was. So, and then you just add 5 pounds each time you do it.
Because it was like, I remember Lindy was doing it for a while, so like we would like jump in on for a couple weeks doing it. And like it was hard even once a week.
Oh, it's awful.
I mean,
it's miserable.
Even from the beginning. Like the first week you're like, all right, this is fine. But like a couple weeks in, you're like, this isn't fine anymore.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
It's good.
I'm gonna
a
start
fun little-
Thursday.
Hard.
Yeah.
Going back to the death thing. Would you rather be buried or have your body used for science? As in, like, you remember what Jake was telling us? Like, they had a guy that they used for all semester, and they would get cut on him.
Yeah,
and
for
stuff
his
like
class.
Cadavers.
Yeah,
or the body farm.
I don't think I want people to see me naked when I'm dead. You know, that's the only thing.
It's
Well,
so.
you're also a pretty well-known guy, so people are like, "Oh my gosh, this is Rich Froning on my board."
Yeah.
There's what Rich's pecker looks like.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want that. You know, I don't think I'm good.
I say we don't do that.
No.
Like, man, this guy's knee was messed up. Like, cut into-
Actually,
Listen, let's be honest. That's not what they're going to be looking
No.
at. What I said is what they're going to be
exactly.
yeah.
looking at.
I mean, if you could like hack off my legs and then hack off around my waist,
You would do that?
then maybe it'd be like, hey, this is what is, and only for like a week or two. Like, hey, this is what a horrible knee looks like. This is what.
You know, most people they have are like obese, not in shape, or super elderly. Like some of my friends in med school were talking about that they don't usually get like many physically. You're going through fat. And
They took
like,
somewhere else, probably.
You know.
Yeah, I'd give them like a week and then toss me in the furnace. You know,
Yeah.
like
So when
without my.
Jake said that
Privates.
they get like one guy assigned to them, and it has like their first and last name like with them, so you could look them up on Facebook.
I'm fine with that. Like I said,
That's so
I
weird
want
to
them
me.
to see my. I
wouldn't like
would
that.
actually like to see what my knees and ankles look like, and my shoulders.
Yeah.
After I'm dead, and then, like I said, toss me in the furnace.
I thought, weren't you
Yeah.
the person that brought up I'm not saying I think everyone being an organ donor is awesome. It's great.
I think that's
but
good,
weren't
yeah.
you who brought
That's
up
cool.
that if you are,
They
they,
need-
feel like they won't bring you back to life or something? Like they will, but
I
they're
think
like,
that's a myth.
Oh, that's
that's
what
a myth.
it doesn't seem very true.
But I do.
didn't think
I'm pretty
about that.
sure like
Me neither.
they
Somebody
have to
told me.
keep your organs pretty well alive-ish.
That's why I think it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
They're pretty fresh. I do think that
To be able to
use them,
Yeah,
harvest,
I agree.
and harvest them.
I think for me, it's not so much that I would care that someone would do science on me. I really wouldn't care about that. But I don't want the people that I love
yeah, to go through that.
to remember me that way.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
That's
not
why I
the
want to be
last
cremated.
memory.
No.
I wouldn't want my daughters to remember me dead. I want them to remember the good things
Alive,
about
yeah.
who I was when I
Yeah.
was alive, and
Yep.
and then to laugh and to remember. I just think that idea. Every funeral that I've been to was somebody I loved. You walk up and you see them kind of looking weird there, and
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
And that's not how you.
Yeah, you don't have to see them either.
When I was going to college, I got a job as security guard at the hospital. And so you wander around 12-hour shifts. You're the only dude there. And you wander every floor, check all the doors. And so call me weird or whatever, but I'd never been in a morgue before. And it's okay. I've got a key. I go in there, pull back, the sheet, and you kind of see. And there's people in there. Super weird.
Yeah.
Super creepy, super weird. Not from a horror movie perspective, but
No.
I'm like, God dang it, that person was alive, and you could see that the spirit or the life and who they are is now gone. That's just weird, and I don't want people who love me to see me that way in the
No.
end.
That's why I don't even want to I don't want a real funeral. Like I don't want people to
Someone just
come
mentioned
in
the other day
and.
an Irish funeral where like you come in and you like it's a group of like it's like a party and you come in and
I
tell
want to.
stories
Yeah,
and
I want to
celebrate someone's
roast.
life.
Yeah.
I want to
yeah.
I don't want the
didn't know
whole
if that was a real
sad
thing.
especially I've been to a couple funerals where they have like a preacher come in that didn't even know the person,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're just like, that's not them at all. What are you
Yeah.
doing? You
Yeah.
know, I as much as people can have fun, like I want people to have fun.
I've
Yeah.
bartended
Celebrate.
Celebrate.
celebration of life. As I say, celebration of life parties. That seems like the
Yeah.
way to go.
Yeah,
Those
heck
are
yeah.
fun. Everybody's having a
Yeah.
good time.
Yep. Like,
Yeah.
hey, it sucks he's dead, but let's enjoy the few times we liked hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
You know, is what it is. What time are we at, Ben?
About 46 minutes.
What else we got?
Well, you guys neglected to let me tell you what I cooked yesterday.
Go ahead that you cooked.
It's only been 40 minutes later. Last night I did roasted blueberry brie cornbread with honey butter. Crack. It's like crack. It is, because I never would have thought brie as a cheese mixed in with cornbread or blueberries, and if you roast blueberries, I just learned
I couldn't even tell you what brie is.
It's
Or who brie is.
It's a cheese.
I'll bring you some of these muffins. They're very good. It's a soft cheese. It comes in a little wheel and it has a little rind.
Yeah, right over there, Jim.
Sorry, there was some business that I forgot to take care of, and I just got the text that I'm in trouble here.
Ooh, I don't think I like brie.
I don't like it. I don't.
It's
not.
It
It's
taste
weird.
Like anything.
I think it tastes like feet.
No.
I like pepper jack cheese and cheddar.
I like Swiss.
Mozzarella's good on
Swiss is like
pizza.
tangy.
Like Swiss provolone.
I like Gouda.
What people do that brie, they put like pecans on it, right, and like syrup or something weird.
I have not had brie not mixed into
I like
mac and cheese.
fresh mozzarella. Is amazing. What is the fresh mozzarella vinegar? Not vinaigrette. Is it vinaigrette and
prosciutto, tomatoes.
yeah? What is that? What is prosciutto? I don't know. It's awesome.
Yeah, especially in like Europe where it's
when we were in Italy.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Stuff is,
Where they just take a tomato, throw mozzarella on it, and then a vinaigrette on it.
Yeah, they
whatever
usually
that's
do
called.
like basil
Prosciutto.
and then like.
Prosciutto? It's amazing.
I think I've
Also
only
like
ever
vinegar.
had mozzarella out of a Great Value bag from Walmart. So I wouldn't know what that tastes like.
Well, I mean, it's still.
I have had something like similar to that though, but they put on like a piece of toast, like the sliced tomato, vinaigrette, and some cheese. Yeah.
That's bruschetta, right?
Yeah.
Make sure that.
Talking about cheese.
Yeah,
cheese.
I said I like fresh mozzarella. Really, fresh
good.
mozzarella. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. I like cheese.
Wasn't the cheese bill for the Mayhem Classic like stupid?
Yeah, I think Tiff did like a cheese bar or something.
Yeah.
It was incredible looking
It
though
was
in the
good.
beginning. It was
Tasted
like
good.
an artwork.
Yeah, I did sneak
Yeah.
up there.
Tower of cheese.
Looked at it.
I wonder what kind
The
of cheese
Tower of Cheese.
Tower of.
I like cheese pizza.
Principal Mazer.
Have
You
you
read?
been
Oh, go ahead.
Have you been to Italy?
Me?
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 I have.
Food, it's like the pizza.
good.
Like
Yeah.
it's like you think it's like
But-
people are just saying that, but it's really.
Pizza's really
different.
good, but we had
I'm
one
saying
of the
the
best
cheese
meals
was
I've ever
better.
had in my life.
In July.
My life? My
Your
life,
lives?
not lives. My life was in Italy when me and Henshaw and Miss Facundo.
Miss
His birthday was the other day, wasn't it, by the way?
Was it? Yeah, it was.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Shout out.
text them.
Yeah.
And that one of the best meals I ever had was in Milan, Italy. It was
What'd you
awesome.
have?
We had whatever we just said before as an appetizer, and then just a steak and like these super thin, like homemade potato chips. And it sounds disgusting, but it was like broccoli, but it was like ground up. I don't even know how to explain it in a lump.
Interesting.
It was amazing. I don't know.
I've heard people say really good things about eating in Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's.
I've had some good and bad
Yeah?
in Italy, but yeah.
What'd you have that was bad?
There's some of their pasta and stuff. Yeah. I'm not a huge pasta fan anyway, but
If you go to Italy and you have a chance to go to Florence, gosh, I can't even remember the name of the market. It's been too long. It's like food heaven. You walk in and there's like fresh olive oils like from the vine, you know, like all the cheeses, all the fresh everything, and you can just like go around and try things. It's like you would really like it, but it's pretty incredible.
I'm just going to go eat at Crystal's.
yeah.
It's probably a little bit.
Crystal or Crystals?
I don't know. What's the name of that hamburger place over
Crystal.
on... Oh, okay. I don't know. I've never been there
Mini
before.
burger.
I was just like...
Yeah.
Mini burger's way better.
Is it?
Yeah,
What is mini burger?
it's exactly that.
It's a local Cookville joint.
I've not been there
Called
before
mini
either.
burger?
Also
Yeah, I've never
known
been to
as
Mini
gut
Burger.
bombs.
I've never been to Mini Burger.
What happens to your gut?
You can figure it out. They're good though. They're so good. The onions and the pickle. They put the pickle on top of the bun, so you put it on yourself. It's nice.
To keep it from getting soggy? Is that the thought process?
I guess so. I don't know. They cook them fresh in front of you though. It's pretty cool.
Hey, do you
I guess all food is, but
Do you think when you're really old, like, I don't know, really old, not as old as me, but really old, you'll like go down like in the morning times to some like little coffee shop or something, sit around with the dudes and talk? Do you think, or
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we have one, so maybe.
Yeah,
Probably not.
everybody comes here.
Yeah. We had
Because right now, you and all your friends, you race cars, you go
Work
hunt,
out,
you
yeah.
guys hang
Yeah.
out together, you work out. So maybe
Yeah.
when you're old and you can't do any of that, do you just have coffee in the
Pop
morning
coffee.
at Buffalo Brew out here
Yeah, I guess.
in the morning?
I mean, there is a lot
There'll be
of
food.
I like to drink coffee and like sit out and just look at the bison in the mornings. Yeah.
I was in a little tiny town in South Carolina this weekend, and I went to this Waffle House like right after it opened.
Bunch of old dudes.
There was like 7 old dudes
Sitting at the counter.
And then the waitress was like giving them all heck.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you would see like
Yep.
neighbor RFD.
The gas station at the bottom of the mountain, right there?
Yeah.
The one right there.
Yeah.
That's where Billings' dad used to him
Really?
and his buddies. You'd walk in there, as soon as you open the door, cigarette smoke would come out, and you just left there smelling greasy. Yeah. That's where they had a little booth there, and there was like 5 or 6 of them that would just sit there every morning and drink coffee. Hillary's uncle owns a body shop here, Bob's Body Shop.
Oh, okay.
And he gets there at like 3 or 4 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
Every single day at 3 a.m. And a bunch of guys come in and they just sit there and drink coffee, and he just gives them shit.
That's crazy.
But they're up early. They're out of the house. They're doing their thing.
Doing something.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to say in his 90s or late 80s, and still works from 3 a.m. till like 6 or 7
That's
at night.
incredible.
And just, he felt like he broke his hip a couple year or two ago, fell over a bumper, wasn't paying attention, or stepped back.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, that's it. As soon as somebody breaks their hip, blah, blah, nope, he back at it.
Yeah.
He's funny. He just likes to talk shit all the time.
I got some friends who own a service station in Colorado, and at lunch, the guy who owns the place and his 2 sons kind of run everything, and they're the mechanics, and they do full service gas still.
Oh, nice.
Go out and fill it up. Only place in Fort Collins, Colorado, where you can drive up, have your gas pump for you. But there's a bunch of dudes, like in their 60s that show up there for lunch, and they all have lunch, and they're back around the lift. They're back around
Just
the card
hanging
table
out.
over there hanging
That's
out,
cool.
talking.
Yeah. There's a lot of longevity associated with like camaraderie though, like especially in your older age, because you think like older people sometimes get depressed and things like that. That's like my neighbor. She was trying to like build a whole new wing on her house and move her like 91-year-old mom in, and she's like, her mom lives in LA, but lives in like an apartment next to like 3 other 90-year-olds, and they're all best friends. And she keeps saying like, she just keeps giving me the middle finger. Going, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go play bridge and drink brandy with my friends every day and not move in with you. And she's like, fine, be 90 alone. She's like, I'm not alone, I've got friends.
I was coming into the neighborhood the other day. Chris and I were pulling in, headed towards our house, and I looked to the right, and there's this duplex, and there's a little old lady that lives in one of the duplexes, and she's in her late 80s. She's coming out, and there's a step down. So she comes out her front door and a step down, and she slipped and fell.
Oh no.
Pulled over really quick, and she's just kind of laying there. And from your past experience, like when an older person breaks a hip or an ankle,
Big deal. Yeah.
multiple weeks later, they might not be here just because they're not moving anymore. And so I kind of picked her up and made sure she was kind of okay. And she was really worried. She didn't know me. Then I kind of got her into her house, and I'm seriously panicked and worried because, man, I don't know. Made a phone call for her. And but happily she's out front sweeping and doing the things she did. She does, but she just doesn't want to go. She wants to stay at her home, and her kids come over and check on her. But that's awesome, and she's like making it happen. Yep. And she's way older, way older than me.
So she's like what?
62.
I was gonna try to make a joke, but
62, 63.
You're not old. Well, that's like my dad is like, he's semi-retired, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and now he's back at work. He's like, I don't know, I got bored.
How old is your dad? Would he care if we said on here?
He's 70. He turned 70 this year.
Your dad's a dude, though, man.
I wouldn't even know what to do if I couldn't do something.
He works out now like 2 hours a day, which I don't even know is healthy for his. He's the skinniest he's ever been. And he was like, I was just bored, so I just started going back to it. Like, he had, kept his, big clients, and now he's like, I don't know. I got bored. I was like, I can't imagine why. He was calling me every day going, hey, what's the next Netflix show I should watch? I'm like, Dad, I told you 12 shows. He's like, I watched them all. And I'm like, are you, sitting at home watching Netflix all day? What are you doing? I did tell him 100, though.
The 100, yes.
It's good. Put that in his queue.
It's the best show I've seen, I think.
I can't. This last week, being at the beach, what I tried to do this week, I was like, all right, I'm going to let my back heal, I'm going to let my shoulder heal, see if it actually does it. So I just did a biker workout every morning for an hour. Miserable. I can't sit still. I was playing with my kids and stuff like that, which was awesome. And even when I was but I'm just ready to get back to some type of routine, you know? I can't.
It's
what
hard
beach did you
not
go to?
Yeah.
We usually go to Destin area. This time we were at Miramar. It was nice, but It was I about 3 or 4 days of that I can handle, and then day 5, 6, 7, I'm like, all right, I gotta get back to some type of like normalcy. Yeah. All right, peace.